Good morning. It is now October the 4th, 2011, and I am Lynn Jenkins, proprietor of Cardigan Island Coastal Farm Park. I am now standing on the eastern cliffs of Cardigan Island Coastal Farm Park. This area had change of use from farmland to farm park in April 2002. I stood here on December the 27th, 2006 to demonstrate how dangerous this coast path was, because this is where Ceredigion County Council, on the line of this plank, want to create a Ceredigion coastal path through our farm park, bringing young children and families here. There'll be no fence on the outside. The council's safety statement says that the path must be 2 meters wide by statute, but that it will be closed if the cliff encroaches within 2 meters of the path edge. Clearly, if you look to my right, you can see that there is nowhere near 2 meters between the path edge, the end of the plank, and the cliff edge. There's less than 2 feet, in fact. So how can they create a path here? It flouts their own safety statement, which was reiterated by Judge Patrick Curran in the High Court in 2009. He said that the path would be closed if it was within 2 meters of the cliff edge. Therefore, this disagrees with his High Court judgment. The proof is on the ground. Now, I stood here, as I said, on December the 27th, 2006 to demonstrate there wasn't enough width here, and also to show the split in the cliff face, which is behind me to my right. You'll see a vertical split in the cliff face. Now, the photographs from December the 27th, 2006 prove that a great deal of rock has fallen off that cliff face in the meantime. To the right of the vertical crack, a great deal of rock has fallen off at a 45-degree angle. You can see the loose rock just at the bottom. Now, I've got a geological report from June 2010, which by Dr. Stephen Rice of the Earth Science Partnership Cardiff. He looked at this cliff face behind me in June 2010 and said that a risk rating of 10 would close any public path on these cliffs due to the extreme friability of the Ordovician slate Nantmail mudstone cliff face. That rock is called Nantmail mudstone, and it's very friable and soft, and it's breaking away. Now, he said a risk rating of 10 would close it, yet he gave it a maximum risk rating of 25. And it couldn't be more dangerous. He used Welsh Assembly Government criteria, and the man has also done, Dr. Stephen Rice has also done geological work for the Cardiff Bay Corporation, for the Welsh Assembly Government, and for Ceredigion County Council in the past. So this gentleman in his 60s is highly experienced and is one of the most well-regarded geologists in Wales. He's based in the Earth Science Partnership in Cardiff. Now, we sent his report into the council in June 2010, and the legal officer, Richard Marks, retired within a month. We asked Ceredigion County Council what they were going to do about it. They said they were going to do their own geological report. We asked them for 8 months. They never came. Then we went abroad on January 25th, 2011, and we didn't return from holiday until February the 15th, 2011. A letter awaited us, dated February the 3rd, 2011, written by Ceredigion County Council, stating that they were using legal powers to come in here to look at this cliff face within 10 days. So they came in on February the 10th, 2011, with Max Lundy of Hyder Consultancy in Cardiff. They're geologists. Now, I haven't seen that report yet, and it is October the 4th, 2011. I've been asking them 3 times. I've asked them 3 times under the Freedom of Information Act to divulge the Hyder Consultancy geological report to me, and Ceredigion County Council have broken the law by refusing to do so. Now, this cliff face behind me is clearly dangerous. You can see where the grass turf has slipped down to the left-hand side of the fissure, and it had already slipped down in 2006, but it's got worse. and to the right of the fissure the rock has really come off. There's about 2 foot thickness of rock fallen off that cliff face this year alone in one area, just to the right of that fissure. Now, this follows the very hard frost we had in December 2010, when we had a very hard winter. So therefore the slate cliffs behind me, or I should say soft shale, as I said, they're called Mwnt mudstone. That demonstrates how soft that shale is. That is coming off like sliced bread. The water gets into the fissures and the rock breaks off in layers. And that's what's been happening in this cove over the last few years. We've got a map, an Ordnance Survey map from 1974, which shows that behind me there was 40 feet between the centre of hedge at the back of this cove and the cliff edge. The 1/2500 Ordnance Survey map from 2011 shows there is only 20 feet in one place where there was 40 feet, and also that there is now only 7 or 8 feet where there was 20 feet in 1974. So about 20 feet have disappeared from that cliff face in one area. So that proves how friable that rock is. The Ordnance Survey maps prove it. And the council did not use the correct 1/2500 Ordnance Survey maps for their path creation order. They used 1/5000 scale maps, which are not even an Ordnance Survey scale, and those maps are illegal. The legal scale under Path Creation Order Section 26, Highways Act 1980, is 1/2500. And by the way, I'm an ex-Ordnance Survey Cartographic surveyor. I used to make 1/2500 scale maps in the 1960s. That is the scale that this county of Ceredigion was surveyed at, and the council have ignored the 1/2500 scale map, which is readily available, particularly from Blackwells of Cardiff. There's a chuff behind me, by the way, has just agreed with me. That's a rare chuff. This is totally ridiculous. How can small children and families walk this path here? This is highly dangerous. The cliffs are collapsing. There's no fence. A week ago in September, in the month of September, people would have been blown over the cliffs here because the wind was so strong. They'd have been blown over the cliffs, particularly if they were lightweight and had voluminous clothing. So it is totally ridiculous to create a public path here. Ceredigion County Council have done no CDM, Construction Design Management Regulations 2007, for the whole Ceredigion coast path from Borth to Cardigan. Any project that takes over 30 days needs a CDM coordinator and a CDM designer and an F10 form sent to the Health and Safety Executive in Cardiff. That was not done for the whole Ceredigion coast path. There's been no CDM. The council have broken the law and nobody does anything about it. There is only 2 inches outside the Ceredigion coast path in Mwnt, which was opened in 2008, and 1 foot outside the Ceredigion coast path in Borth, 63 miles from here, at the northern end of the county of Ceredigion, just north of Aberystwyth. So the law has been broken all the way down the Ceredigion coast by this council. Who is going to be responsible for the health and safety of these cliffs? The Health and Safety Executive won't do anything about it. They've washed their hands of this. I've spoken to Terry Rose, the Chief of the Health and Safety Executive for Wales and South West England, on numerous occasions, but he will do nothing because it's a county council. I'm afraid they're hand in glove together. Public safety doesn't come into it. The careers of bureaucrats are more important than public safety by the look of things, which is absolutely disgusting. If anybody walks here, how are they safe? How are they safe along here? I could take you all the way along here